The Top Fuel Racing League is on the air, live from the Twin Ring Motegi. I'm here with severe toothache, so I'm not going to be talking much, but I'm going to try. Sam Cooper Bennett up in the booth with you for the AZ Direct Twin Ring 200 or 255, I don't know. Joining me in the booth, yeah, that's the one. Joining me in the booth tonight is the one and only Mr. Tony Trapasso. Well, everybody knows how I feel. How do you feel, Tony? Yeah, so... Well, 25 cars, well, 26 cars set to take the green here tonight. We're already in qualifying, so let's go straight to the action here at Motegi. And we're seeing a lot of familiar names in the field tonight. I mean, Chase Hudson is back here tonight. Michael Jeans is back tonight. Garrett Maines is back here tonight. So, a lot of familiar names, but a lot of new names here as well tonight. Brandon Stokes of Paskey's fame, he's here tonight, as well as James McDavid. He's here tonight too. So, as we're seeing people wreck, I believe that was Robert Dudley. Yeah. Bob Lacavara is here tonight, so he's of IndyCar Speedway League fame and Paskey's fame. But like I said, yeah, James McDavid is here. Everybody taking the flight out to Japan here tonight. Chris Samard from Somo is here tonight. Yeah, we've still got a lot of drivers that have not taken times yet. Rick Raven is one of those drivers. Danny Jones is another one. Doug Kennedy is another one. Scott Brinson not taking time yet either. He's just sitting on pit road burning his fuel off. Absolutely, as we're just watching Chase Hudson still turning laps here at Motegi, currently holding on to the top spot, just 20 thousandths of a second to the good over Ronnie Osmer, who's in second. Keith Mayato, watch for him tonight. He is there in that Verizon number 19. He is sitting in third. Brandon Stokes, what a debut he's having so far, sitting in fourth place there in the number 16. Yeah. Just as Keith Mayato usually drives the only Ford in the field, he's actually driving a Chevy tonight. Yeah, but if just as a disclaimer, we are only live on YouTube tonight. I didn't have time to set up a Facebook stream, so we are just live on YouTube tonight. So if you are enjoying tonight's broadcast, leave a like. If you want to see more, leave a subscribe and tap that little bell just so you know when we are live once again. Just another disclaimer, I'm suffering from extreme toothache. Tony is suffering from extreme knee ache. So are you not? Let's have a look and see why. Because I've got everything unmuted.
Well, I can't. What? It is.
Interesting. They can't even hear the desktop audio. What the hell is going on? Yeah. Why is nothing playing? That might be why. There we go. Can you hear me now?
You hear me now, folks? So, Rick Raven busting off a lap, going 13th quick. Chris Samard currently sitting 10th quick.
Apparently, I had to the audio device wasn't set. For some reason, OBS decided to be a dick tonight. So,
yay, pudding! So, for those of you who were thinking that Sam was losing what little is left of his sanity, no, I am here tonight, folks. My knee is sore as shit right now, and I just don't care anymore. I've come to the conclusion that nobody truly cares about either Sam or myself until something goes horribly, horribly wrong. So, F the world.
I'm okay. It's just a bit of toothache.
Even when things do go horribly wrong for us, if it doesn't go horribly wrong for someone else, they don't care. No matter how much pain Sam and I are both in. Well, I'm recovering from knee surgery. Sam's got a wicked toothache right now. He's going to go to the dentist in the morning. And apparently, nobody seriously wants to learn the craft of broadcasting. Is seriously use some help. So,
yeah, if you're interested in broadcasting, and or if you're an experienced broadcaster and looking for to join a dedicated team, then just give us a shout, man. We really could do with a extra broadcaster here at Both for Broadcasters. So if you're interested, then yeah, just give us a shout. We'd be happy to talk to you and get you on board. There are maybe 1 or 2 spots available, so it is going to be kind of first come first served. So yeah, just get your if you're interested, just get your name down, and we'll be talking to you very soon.
But a couple of things you do need to ask yourself before you throw your hat into the ring is, do I have more than free content, and do I care any more about racing than just the Cup Series? Because a lot more than just Cup racing here, and that's some of the problems that we've had in the past 2 weeks.
Well, this is the proof we've got right now. I mean, we're broadcasting DW12s, and this is a fantastic lead to broadcast. I will say, I mean, Top Fuel Racing has been good to us, and we've been good to them all season. And yeah, just
some of the most exciting races we've had have come from Top Fuel boys.
Absolutely, and it's going to be no different here tonight. As just watching our usual co-commentator here tonight, Tyler Vickery, not having the best of qualifying here tonight. He's in P19. Want to go to Rick Raven there in the number 17. Finally getting the time down. He is in P13, as Tony just already alluded to. One of the strugglers here tonight is Michael Jeans. And another one is the man that's sitting in second in the point standings, Mr. Chris Walker. He's all the way down in P12 right now.
That's actually surprising that Walker is that far back. Apparently the setup is just not to his liking here tonight, at least not yet. One of the other guys that doesn't always qualify great, but expect him to move up throughout the event as long as he can stay out of other people's dumpster fires, is the number 84, Bob Lacavara. Good to see Bob venturing out into another league and kind of testing the waters here. Definitely a veteran driver in the IndyCar ranks. You and I have both raced with Bob for 4 seasons now, with a league that we used to broadcast with.
And now defunct league, because they're slowly going downhill.
Well, see what happens, but definitely look for the Conversion Composites number 84 to be moving forward throughout the event.
It's weird not seeing him in a number 5 car.
I know, that's so weird. But, that's Mike Lawler, who is here tonight, driving for the title sponsor of the event, AZ Direct.
And even he's having a bad night tonight. He's currently struggling down in P23.
This is not the easiest track to get around. The only way I can liken it is if you spun Gateway 180 degrees and banked the other end of the track.
Yeah, that's about right. You can go flat through 1 and 2, but you have to brake and lift and coast through turns 3 and 4. Well, that is going to be it for qualifying. Let's go to our grid for tonight's race. Chase Hudson stealing the pole there with Matt Burkhart with him on row 1. Row 2 will be Garrett Mains and Ronnie Osmer. Row 3 will be Keith Mayato and Brandon Stokes. Row 4 will be Carl Burke and Scott Brinson. And row 5 will be Paul Crumray and Michael Jeans.
Brian Beard and Chris Simard making up row number 6. Row 7 is going to go to Chris Walker and Rick Raven. Robert Dudley and James McDavid are going to make up row number 8. Row 9 is going to see Mark Walker and Robert Lacavara, or Bob as we like to call him. Tyler Vickery and Ernie Ludwig going to make up row number 10. Row 11 is going to see Kevin O'Brien and Josh Medlock. Mike Lawler and Tony Rice making up row 12. Row 13 is going to see Jason McSparron.
Yep.
Hope I'm saying that right.
Yep.
And Danny Jones. Doug Kennedy has left the building, and Mayato right now is struggling to get back in, as is Tyler Vickery. Both just had throughput.
Wow, so big issues already here tonight at Motegi. Definitely going to be an interesting race here tonight. 145 laps here around the... I'm going to call it the Beast of the East, because this is the furthest east we've gone all season. So
this is about as far east as you can possibly get. When you talk geographically, this is the, quote, far east, as we are in Motegi, Japan, at Twin Rings. Some of you might remember that they built the oval here to have a NASCAR event. NASCAR did do a couple of exhibition runs, as Mayato's still struggling to get back in the session. So field's starting to roll off right now. Chase Hudson going to have control of the field.
Yeah,
Matt Burkhart sitting outside row number 1.
You got Garrett Mains. Watch for Garrett Mains, though. He is always a strong runner when he's running in this league. We've seen him before in other series that we've previously broadcast, Tony. So yeah, you think he's good in an Xfinity car? You wait till you see him in a DW12.
Well, my only concern is with an Xfinity car that we've seen him in time and time again, and the Cup cars that we've seen him in quite a few times, and the trucks that we've seen him in a few times, those cars all have one thing in common, and that's the fact that they have fenders.
Yeah.
You can bump and bang a tick and get away with it, whereas, as you're well aware, considering... By the way, did you ever replace that family's Toyota Camry that you put your Indy car through one night?
No.
Yeah, bumping and banging in Indy cars, folks, leads to nothing.
It was actually a Pro Master as they're coming out of turn 4. And away we go already. Chase Hudson not wasting any time. And this race is underway straight away.
Holy Christmas, look at the dirt on the track already.
Yeah, it's a bit dirty. As Chase Hudson already getting out to a lead as they go through turns 1 and 2. Matt Burkhart already under pressure from Garrett Mains and Ronnie Osmer.
Yeah, throw a blanket over your top 5 right now, as Osmer has Brandon Stokes all over his transmission tunnel.
Brandon Stokes
goes to the inside. Osmer trying to get some rubber laid down on that second line. Staying with Burkhart, as those two have raced together quite a bit recently. So expect to see Burkhart and Osmer work together tonight, at least in the beginning until it's go time. As Scotty Brinson and Michael Jeans duking it out back there. I mean to pick on Scotty later for the choice of paint scheme.
Well, Michael Jeans is the outgoing champion, and Scott Brinson is the champion-elect, so it's good to see champions past and future duking it out together, as we're seeing Carl Burke moving to the inside of Matt Burkhart now. Matt Burkhart starting to move backwards as there goes Scott Brinson.
Burkhart probably just trying to get a feel for the setup right now, as Chase Hudson's just flat checked out. 4/10 to the good already, and we're only working just starting lap 4. Yeah,
but like I said, watch for Garrett Maines because he knows how to shorten the gap, and he's already doing so. He's taken almost 1/10 of a second out of Chase Hudson already. Garrett Maines is a fast driver, and he's proven that again tonight. He's not raced all season. This is actually his first race of the season. And
I believe it is.
Yeah, so already throwing the gauntlet down to Chase Hudson, who's already taken part in a few races this season. Last time we saw Chase Hudson was at Brands Hatch when he had that horrible retirement.
And let's think back to the last time we saw Ronnie Osmer in the Top Fuel Racing League on an oval. That would be Gateway, where it turned into a fuel mileage race. Osmer currently holding down the number 3 slot as he's slugging it out with
Brandon Stokes.
Thank you.
Go back further in the field as we are going to be watching Mr. Brian Beard, and a driver we're not mentioned yet tonight. Driving another one driving. No, who's that? No, that's Matt Burkhart who's just put the move on. Chris Simard is also driving a Mountain Dew scheme, so that's going to get confusing.
You think?
Yeah.
Yellow flag out already. I didn't see who it was.
Chris Walker in trouble.
Oh! Garrett Maines and Chris Simard just got together coming off a 4.
Firstly, let's go back and watch what happened to Chris Walker. Not sure what happened. You see him working on the inside. Oh, he pounded the outside wall. Big wreck there for Chris Walker. As we're going to watch the incident between Chris Simard and Garrett Maines.
Oh, Maines was trying to avoid Walker and pounded the safer barrier and just got it all wrong. And unfortunately, the 27 of Simard had absolutely nowhere to go.
So big issues already for everybody here tonight. As wow, that was very interesting. Oh yeah, you see that right there. Carl Burke already putting his car behind the wall. Oh, he tagged the wall as well. So a lot of people getting into it very quickly. Go back and watch from Garrett Maines' point of view.
Carl Burke actually did the same thing, was trying to avoid the wreck and just ate both walls, almost took Ronnie Osmer with him.
And Michael Jean's getting a piece of the wall as well. There's Chris Simard getting a piece of it as well. Chris Simard, yeah, he was trying to lock it down to avoid Garrett Maines, but unfortunately couldn't lock it down soon enough as everybody just coming out of pit road now. Chase Hudson, Chris Simard. Chris Simard stayed out actually after that, and Rick Raven stayed out too.
That's surprising.
Nevertheless, Ronnie Osmer won the race off pit road in that Napa Auto Parts machine. He's paying homage to Alexander Rossi today.
That's funny. I thought he was paying homage to me.
Brandon Stokes there in 5th. Kevin O'Brien already up to 6th place. Michael Jean 7th. He was caught in the incident earlier. Brian Beard 8th. Matt Burkhart 9th. And Robert Dudley rounding out your top 10. Tyler Vickery already up to 11th. Mark Walker 12th. James McDavid 13th on his debut as well. So another man
bringing it down pit side this time. Kevin O'Brien going with him.
Yeah, there's the everybody's favourite Aussie there, just making his way into pit road as gets into his stall okay. But Chase Hudson and Rick Raven staying out on old tyres, that could be a bit of a problem there for those two.
Possibility, and Simard's going to have to be careful because he just burned his fast repair.
Yeah, the way he hit Garrett Maines, he pancaked the left side suspension on both the front and the rear of that DW12, so definitely needs to be careful going forward here as we're on lap 9 of 145.
A lot of guys still getting a little bit antsy, a little bit early. You got to kind of wonder what some of these guys are thinking, or 145 laps is a long distance. Oh,
absolutely. As we're still waiting for the lights to go off on the pace car.
So you got to kind of wonder what's about to happen here as Chase Hudson and Rick Raven are essentially sitting ducks as everybody behind them has fresh rubber on those cars.
Absolutely, as they're just going towards the line now. We'll see if the lights go off on the pace car this time round. And they do.
Hudson, Raven, Osmer, Stokes, James, Beard, Burkhart, Dudley, Vickery, and Mark Walker rounding out your top 10. Ready to turn them one more time.
Yeah, you just
again, folks, I highly suggest you get your drinks ready for the drinking game tonight.
Yeah, you take over for a second, Tony. I need to take a break for a second.
Feel free. So, again, if the hot lap session and the practice or the qualifying session are any indication of what we had to look forward to, and it's not a thing with the quality of the drivers. It's just the fact that you get this much talent in a field, and these guys want to move forward on a semi-regular basis, and we're about to see what's going to happen here. As Hudson has control of the field, they're working their way through the 3-4 complex. Raven doing the smart thing, testing to make sure what type of grip he's going to have when he goes to pull the trigger, though he is going to be starting on an outside line, untested here at Motegi. We're not sure exactly how that outside line is going to work yet. Not a lot of series come here on a regular basis, as Hudson wastes no time, pulls the trigger, and immediately has to chase it up the hill. Osmer gets a great jump from inside row number 2. He slots into second as the outside line stacks up just a tick. Osmer up in second. Here comes Michael Jeans as well, as Rick Raven has it. Brendan Stokes trying to get it. Michael Jeans wants it. And Matt Burkhart moving up quickly already. So Hudson has control of the field. Osmer just kind of biding his time right now. Raven looking to the inside of Stokes as they work their way through 1 and 2. Arrow push is real. Stokes going to fall back just a tick. Michael Jeans there within striking distance. As Raven to the inside of Osmer. Osmer able to keep it wound up on the high side. They're going to see how that's going to work, as they are side by side down the front straightaway. Damn, your mic's on, sir. No, I can still hear you, sir. Fair enough. Anyways, Osmer to the inside. The battle for second really getting strong right now. Now working on the back of Stokes for third. And Osmer gets the clear coming off of 2 for second. Bless his heart, Rick Raven on 14-lap-old tires, not giving up. So either he's found something that nobody else has, or the tire fall-off is not going to be that dramatic tonight. Something to keep an eye on, though. Hudson still in control of the field, over a second to the good over these guys battling it out for second like they are. Chase Hudson, if he can see this in his mirrors still at all with how far up the road he is, got to be grinning from ear to ear going, yeah, boys, go ahead and do that. And we are back under caution. I'm sorry, which Walker? Right. I gotcha. So, like, Walker just dove it down in there and then had to check up and got run over. So that brings out caution number 2. And if anybody is in the Cork, Ireland greater metroplex, if you could grab some Ambisol from the local apothecary shop and bring it over to Sam Cooper Bennett's house, I would be much obliged. Back under caution here, going to be interesting to takes him down pit road this time. Who doesn't take pit road this time? Looks like everybody going pit side. Step back. Michael Jean staying out. Garrett Main stays out. Scotty Brinson. Ludwig staying out, and Chris Walker is going to get the lucky dog. Oh. Oh. Michael Jean's currently showing the way right now. Garrett Maines has already burned his fast repair. We saw him get caught up in that delay earlier. For those of you who are wondering why the broadcasts have been a little sporadic as of late, Sam has been suffering from stake injuries. I actually was in the hospital with knee trouble. I had a surgery to remove problematic stuff that was going on with my knee. Not at my normal rig. By some of the normal broadcasts that you've been here at Bofa Broadcasting have not been able to get aired simply because we haven't had the ability to be able to pull it off. So if you would like to learn the art of broadcasting and have a connection, amount of content, and believe that iRacing should be more than just Cup Series, feel free to drop either Sam or myself a private message on our Facebook page and talk it out with you and come up with as far as getting you on board here at Bofa Broadcasting as like the lights are going to be getting ready to go out on the pace car. Have control of the field. Garrett Main's going to be starting outside row number 1. Scotty Brinson, Hudson. All 4 of those guys did not pit under last caution. Like Matt Burkhart won the battle off pit road. Ronnie Osmer starting outside row number 3. There's your. Those are the 2 guys with the freshest tires on the track right now. Not sure exactly what's going on with the lineup here. Rick Raven doing some weird things coming through the 1-2 complex. Anyways. I got you, Sam. So, field working its way through the 3-4 complex. Michael Jean's going to have control of the field. The pace car makes the hard left turn. Jeans holds him down just a tick. Finally pulls the trigger when he can get it straight, and we are back underway here at Twin Ring Motegi. Guys are racing it like it's the last lap, and we're only working lap 20. So again, folks, get your beverages ready for tonight's drinking game. If you are playing along at home, we're currently two drinks into the event tonight. As Garrett Maines, to the point, makes the move coming off of turn number 4. And we've got a new leader just like that. Garrett Maines, Michael Jeans working back to the inside as they go into turn number 1. And somebody's blinking badly. It looks like it might be Scotty Brinson. And it is. And we are back under caution. Brandon Stokes bringing that one out as he just dove right down in front of Chris Walker and then checks up. And Walker turned him. No, I'm sorry. That was Samard that turned him. So connection issues as well. Blinking a little bit. Stokes pulls down in front of Samard, slams on the brakes, and just slap, snap, see ya, bye. And I believe Chris Walker may have been involved in that one as well. And it looks like Walker having connection issue. So back under caution here. Question is, how much longer can Sam and I both maintain this broadcast? His mouth hurting and my knee starting to throb. Road opening this time, nobody taking it down pit side as we only had a laps in under the last green flag stint. How this one plays out. Mark Walker has taken it behind the wall. That's going to put Chris Walker back on the lap. So of the 25 cars that actually did take the green, we are now down to 23. Fortunately, my auto did not back into the session in time. In case you folks are wondering right now, kind of cool tonight here at Motegi, Japan. 77 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Track temperature only 101 degrees. Relatively calm and cool night. Everybody that's still here is currently on the lead lap. Like 2 to go right now. Starting to form up a little bit. How this one plays out as we forward. Hello to everybody that's currently watching in the like, subscribe, and share on the action in a future event here in the Top Fuel Racing. Go ahead and drop a comment with your iRacing screen name. We'll get that passed along to lights are out on the pace car. Michael Jeans, Garrett Main, Scotty Brinson, Chase Hudson, Ronnie Osmer, Brian Beard, Rick Raven, Robert Dudley, Matt Burkhart, and Bob Lacavaro rounding out your top 10. Currently working lap 26. Going to go back to green on lap 27 of 145. And if you are playing tonight's drinking game, you're 3 shots into the race. Way through the 3-4 complex, Michael Jeans has control. The car moves off. Go anytime as soon as that pace car moves and Jeans pulls the trigger. Brinson throws the block on Osmer, and we are back alive. And we are back under caution. Apparently it was Brandon Stokes. Yes, it was. Okay. So Stokes paying absolutely no attention to his spotter as Smart was to his inside and just decided to turn down for what? Turn down for a wrecked race car is what you turn down for. So that leaves us with 22 cars left in the event and on the lead lap. At-home drinking game, that's shot number 4.
And I am back, ladies and gentlemen, after going through some excruciating pain, but I'm here nevertheless.
Sam's playing the at-home drinking game to try to kill the pain in his mouth.
Yeah, I've drunk about... I actually genuinely did drink a shot of whiskey then. Actually, no, it wasn't whiskey, it was Captain Morgan's.
Ah, spiced rum.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother always used to say that whiskey's the best thing for a tooth. Or a head cold. Or a chest cold. Or the blues. Or the mopes. Or to celebrate a celebration. Or to have fun with the dog if you're ever bored.
That too, but... Speaking of boredom, that's we're on lap 29 of 145 here at Motegi. Again,
Damn, I hate to do this to you, but it's my turn now because my knee is throbbing.
Okay, that's fine. Tell you, it's like a emergency room up here. One of us has to drop and then the other one has to go straight after. But we're here. One of us is staying behind.
I'm only 6 days out from knee surgery.
Yeah.
And for those of you wondering what type of knee surgery I had, here's a mental picture for you. We've all seen the Haagen-Dazs ice cream containers or Ben & Jerry's ice cream containers, the pints of ice cream that you can buy at your local grocer. That's how much of an infection they removed from my knee a week.
Wow, a whole pint?
Yeah, a whole pint. Let that mental picture sink in for a moment. Who's hungry? And I'll be right back because it's throbbing badly.
And I'm so glad I don't have any Ben & Jerry's in the freezer right now. But anyway.
I'll be back.
Anyway, we're under caution number 4 here at Motegi. Garrett Mains is currently your leader. Michael Jean second. Chase Hudson third. Scott Brinson sits in 4th. Ronnie Osmer is in 5th. I forgot to put my glasses back on, so I can't really see much. Brian Beard is 6th. Rick Raven is now in 7th. Robert Dudley is there in 8th. Paul Crumwright is in 9th. And Bob Lacavara in the top 10. So good run for him so far. He's got Josh Medlock just behind him there in the 11th spot. James McSparron is in 12th. There. 13th is Michael Lawler. 14th is Tony Rice. 15th is Danny Jones, who did make it into the race in the end. 16th is James McDavid. 17th is Chris Walker, now back on the lead lap. Chris Samard is 18th. 19th is Tyler Vickery. And rounding out the top 20 is Matt Burkhardt. Kevin O'Brien is there as well. And running out the field is the last car running is Ernie Ludwig. All these guys still on the lead lap though, so good on them. As we're just waiting for the lights to go off on the pace car here to get them going one more time. There go the lights. Making their way through turns 1 and 2. We're on lap 31 of 145. They're going on the backstretch now towards turn 3. Going to get them going again on lap 32 of 145. Here they come through turns 3 and 4. Garrett Mains and Michael Jeans, the guys on the front row. Chase Hudson there in 3rd place. Scott Brinson in 4th. Let's see who can get the initiative here. As Garrett Mains holding down for a little bit. Paul Crumry not getting the best of restarts there as Garrett Mains leads them into turn 1. Chase Hudson going to take the inside line on Michael Jeans, as there is Scott Brinson as well. Right on the back as Ronnie Osmers all over the rear wing of the 14. Going towards turn 3. Garrett Mains is checked out already, but not going to have it all his own way as Chase Hudson now up to 2nd. But here comes Brinson to the inside of Hudson. The championship leader now going to move to the inside of the number 7. As there he is, up to 2nd place now. And these guys fighting it out behind Garrett Mains is helping Garrett Mains immensely. As there goes Chase Hudson to the inside of Brinson now. Oh, nearly ends up in disaster as Ronnie Osmer sneaks his way by Hudson. Looks like Chase Hudson got it a bit wrong going into turn 3. So Brinson now in a battle with Osmer. Let's go back further through the field. There is Crumry working on the back of Robert Dudley right now. Taking a high line going through 3 and 4. Not worked so far. Let's see what he can do going into turn 1 and 2. Dives to the inside. And it looks like Paul Crumright is going to take away 8th place from Robert Dudley. And he does. Now his next target will be Brian Beard. Let's see if he can catch the number 65. Chase Hudson already dropping down to P6, sorry, as Rick Raven makes his way by up into the top 5. There goes Chase Hudson back to the inside of Raven. Hudson back up to the top 5 now. Let's go back even further. We're seeing a battle between Michael Lawler and Josh Medlock. Lawler going to look to the inside of the number 54. And Lawler takes away that 10th spot from Medlock. So Lawler now up to the top 10. As the caution's out again, Chris Walker in trouble once again. So Walker really having a bad time. James was sparring in it as well. He's got more damage than Walker, but let's see what happened. You see Walker just ahead of him. Oh, Walker checking up to avoid Tyler Vickery. And McSparron had nowhere to go and just runs him over. Not sure what happened there. Let's look at it from Vickery's point of view. See Chris Walker working on the back of the number 24 as they go through turns 1 and 2. Vickery working on the inside of Ernie Ludwig. Checks up to avoid hitting Ludwig. And it all just ends up in chaos behind him. So Chris Walker and Jason McSparron in serious trouble right now. And it looks like Chris Walker's night might be coming to an end right now as James McSparron also severe damage on that number 61 machine. So, Chase Hudson staying out, Rick Raven staying out, Tony Rice staying out, Chris Simard staying out, Vickery staying out, Burkhart staying out, Kevin O'Brien staying out as Garrett Maines is the first guy off pit road with Michael Jeans right behind him. Scott Brinson there, 3rd off pit road. Brian Beard 4th off pit road, Paul Crumright 5th. Robert Dudley 6th and Michael Lawler 7th off pit road. There's Josh Medlock right behind him. Danny Jones is right there too. So we're under caution number 5 here at Motegi. Chase Hudson's currently your leader, Rick Raven 2nd, Tony Rice in 3rd. Remains to be seen if Rice, Raven or Hudson take it down pit road. Burkhart is there in 4th as well. Oh, Samard is in 4th, sorry. The only difference you can tell between those two Mountain Dew cars is that Samard is running turquoise coloured rims. Or like mint green coloured rims. Like spearmint coloured rims. I don't know. There you see Samar just in front of Vickery, and Michael Jeans is there too. So they're about to go 4 wide under caution. That's interesting. Never seen that happen before, but we learn new things every day, ladies and gentlemen. That's what life is all about. As the lights are off on the pace car once again. We're going to go 2 by 2 as we go towards turn 1. Chase Hudson is your leader right now. Rick Raven sitting second. Burkhart and Smart side by side, even though they shouldn't be. Down the backstretch they go, getting ready to go again on lap, well, what will be lap 42 of 145. So getting closer to that 100 to go mark. Waiting for that pace car to make that hard left turn, and there he goes as Chase Hudson not wasting any time, as Tony Rice is only going to look to the inside of Rick Raven going into turn 1. Dives it in there. Oh, very almost contact between the 64 and the 17, as here comes Chris Samard as well to the inside of Rick Raven. As those two guys, no, Smart's going to back off. Rick Raven's going to hold on to third for now. But here come Garrett Maines and Michael Jeans already on the outside of Tyler Vickery. Garrett Maines eager to get back to the front there as he's already working on the back of Rick Raven. Going to dive it to the inside of the 17. What can he do here? Well, he's on fresher tyres. We know exactly what he can do here. As now Raven actually doing pretty well to hold on to that third spot, as he's already working on the back of Smart as well. Fourth spot, I should add, sorry. As there goes Michael Jeans to the inside of Raven. No, Raven defends again as he works on the inside of Tony Rice now. Raven really putting the moves on now, as there he goes past Ray. Oh no! Tony Rice turns up into him. And caution number 6 is out. Let's take a look at that again. There we go again to the inside. Now it's hard to tell what exactly happened there. So we're going to go to a far chase view and find out exactly what happened there, as we're watching Rick Raven there. Michael Jeans trying to put a pass on him there. Tony Rice falling backwards as Samard moves to the inside and takes the position away. Rick Raven decides, yep, I'm going to try and take that too. Does actually get a better run going through turn 2. As yeah, looks like Tony Rice came down slightly and just... Wow. And you know what? Yep. We got a gyro cam, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to stay quiet for a second while we throw on the vomit cam. Wow. Feel like you're gonna puke yet? Because I did it. I nearly did just then. There's Rip Raven already taking his fast repair as he is now to the back of the field. Tony Rice had to tow it, unfortunately. He is in pit road. Chase Hudson, though, still your leader. That's while everything is quiet right now, we're going to go to a very quick commercial break. As we are back here live from Motegi Twin Ring, or Twin Ring Motegi, here in Japan. Chase Hudson, your current leader, as things stand right now, but is on much older tyres. 30 laps to be precise, over second place, Chris Amard on 18 lap old tyres, but Michael Jean's there sitting in third. He's only on 8 laps on those tyres, so definitely wanting to be getting by those two as quickly as possible. Garrett Main sitting there in fourth. Scott Brinson is rounding out your top 5. Paul Cromroy, after his win last week at Gateway, definitely hoping to get another win here tonight. He's really got the bit between his teeth tonight as he's already in 6th place. So good to see him up there. Chase Hudson, though, is going to line him up 2 by 2 again as the lights are off on the pace car. And what has been a very, very caution-filled race. I'm going to run through your retirements already here tonight as we're just 1 to green there. Chris Walker out, Jason McSparron out, Brandon Stokes out, Mark Walker out, Carl Burke out, Keith Mayato unable to start after connection issues, and Doug Kennedy not taking the start. So here we are again. Going to get him going on lap 49 of 145. Let's see if we can get a decent green flag run going this time round. Expect Chase Hudson to go early again like he has done all the other times he's gone taking the restart at the front. There goes the pace car as, yep, he goes early again, and so does Michael Jeans and Garrett Mains. Either side of Chris Samard, this could end badly. They're 3 wide going into turn 1. Main's backing out of it, but Michael Jeans is still going to be there on the inside coming out of turn 2 towards turn 3. Chris Samard trying to get onto the back of Hudson as looks like we got trouble behind him. Everybody gets it all collected up again as Chase Hudson just holding on to first place, but a battle there for third place between Michael Jeans and Garrett Mains. And look who's right behind him, Paul Cromroy there in 5th place. Getting past Scott Brinson very quickly on that restart. Again, he'll be looking to get his second win on the season here tonight after he won his first ever Top Fuel race last week at Gateway. Unfortunately, we were unable to broadcast that, but we are here tonight. Scott Brinson just moving back to the inside there, back up to 5th place after Paul Cronroy just running a bit high there going into turns 3 and 4. Chris Simard now falling back away from Chase Hudson as Garrett Mains now up to 3rd. Can't help but think that he's going to be putting Simard under some very big pressure very soon. Everybody seems to be getting on very well right now as they go into turn 1 again. We're on lap 53 of 145. Go back for the pack now. Josh Medlock under pressure from Tyler Vickery right now as they come out of turns 1 and 2. Josh Medlock currently holding on to that last spot in the top 10 right now. Those are two very different corners to get around. You have to brake and really feather the throttle as you go through turns 3 and 4. You'll find out in a second when they come to turns 3 and 4. It looks like Rick Raven's got the bit between his teeth again as he's going to work on the inside of Tyler Vickery. Is he going to make the work? Dive bombs it in there into turn 3. You'll see right now they have to slow right down through 3 and 4. It's a braking corner as Rick Raven is up into 11th and already working on the back of Josh Medlock. There he goes to the inside in turn 1. Dives it in again. And Rick Raven already back into the top 10. Great rebound there for the number 17 driver. Ronnie Osmer and Brian Beard in a bit of a battle as well, as Ronnie Osmer just got past Beard. Beard going to dive it into turn 1 as well, though. Ronnie Osmer going to lose the position back again, but they're still side by side as they come out of 2. Still side by side as they go down the back stretch. As Brian Beard finally gives it up and files in behind the number 55. Michael Jeans under slight pressure there from Scott Brinson. Not too much pressure though. Looks like everybody has finally settled things down now as we're on lap 58 now. We're 10 laps into a nice little run here. Brinson to the inside of Michael Jeans as they come out of turn 4. Brinson's going to take away that fourth spot, from Michael Jeans as they come out of turn 2 onto the backstretch. Yep, Scott Brinson to 4th place, but here comes Michael Jeans back to the inside of Brinson. Lap 60 now of 145. Still a battle there between Michael Jeans and Scott Brinson. Jeans to the inside of Brinson. Jeans back up to 4th place. So very, very competitive racing between those two. Remember, Jeans is the reigning and outgoing champion here tonight at Motegi. Scott Brinson, the champion-elect, as the season is very quickly coming to its close. Brinson back to the inside again. They're still side by side as they go through turns 1 and 2, but Brinson there taking the initiative now and moves up to 4th place. Everybody getting strung out a bit now. Let's go back to Brian Beard there, who's still battling out with Rick Raven. Rick Raven now going to move up to 8th place. Having one hell of a run here now as he's made up another position. He's up to P8 now. Now he's got to make up over a second to try and get to the back of Paul Crumroy, who will be the next target there for the number 17. Got Brinson and Michael Jeans still battling out for that 4th spot. Michael Jeans diving it to the inside there. They're side by side as they come out of 4. Brinson keeping it wound up on the high side, but Michael Jeans going to have the run going into turns 1 and 2. Jeans back up to 4th place now. These guys swapping positions very quickly through the laps as there goes Brinson again, crossing him over towards turn 3. Still side by side again as they complete another lap. We're on lap 66 of 145. Chase Hudson on 12 lap older tyres than Chris Simard, who's in 2nd place. Already a second to the good over the number 27 machine driver. Garrett Bain's just happy to sit there in 3rd place. He's on much newer tyres. Raven on the newest tyres of all. He is actually closing in on Paul Crumroy, but Crumroy and Ronnie Osmer having a battle of their own as there goes Crumroy to the inside of Osmer. Paul Crumroy now moving up to 6th place. Just about, as Ronnie Osmer still keeping it wound up on the high side there, going through 3 and 4. Still side by side as they go through 1 and 2. Crumroy with the nose out in front as they come into the backstretch now. Everybody's settled down now as it looks like Michael Jeans has backed off a bit from Scott Brinson. Remember, this is another tyres track, so you will burn your tyres off in this track if you race too hard against another driver. It looks like that might be the case for Michael Jeans. Man in the number 1 machine, the current the reigning and again outgoing champion. It's hard to say that because this is only the 2nd race he's run all season. The first one was the Indy 500. We go back to the battle between Crumroy and Osmer. Osmer finally getting the position back off Crumroy into 6th place. But look behind him as there's Rick Raven again. Oh, Raven almost getting into the back of Crumroy, getting it all wrong. Burning up the tyres as he goes through turns 3 and 4. Going in a bit too hot there for the number 17. That's going to take some life off those tyres as Brian Beard is going to catch up to the back of him now. Rick Raven having to back off slightly from Crumroy after almost running him over. Everybody's spread out right now. Not really many battles to talk about. Let's go back to Robert Dudley there. Having a nice little battle with his teammate Michael Lawler. Josh Medlock just ahead of them, 4/10 up the road. And Ludwig back there, just running his own race back in 16th place with Kevin O'Brien sitting there right behind him. Kevin O'Brien having a pretty quiet race. He was caught up in the last caution, so really wants to stay out of trouble this time round. As Ludwig hits the apron, that's going to let Kevin O'Brien back in on the outside. O'Brien looks like he might be moving up to P16 there over Ludwig. But Kevin O'Brien really burning up the tyres on that high side. That's going to let Ludwig back in. But no, Kevin O'Brien holding it down there. Moves up to P14 now, as it looks like we've got green flag pit stops underway. Chase Hudson in pit road. And Rick Raven in pit road as well. So Rick Raven on the newest tyres, bringing it down pit side as Chase Hudson's down and away already. Question is, he's had to stay in pit lane a bit longer to take some fuel. There goes Crumroy to the outside of Hudson to put a lap on him. Gonna file in between between Crumroy and Beard. Beard gonna try and attack, but Hudson's gonna have those fresher tyres, so he's gonna be feeling like Superman for a while. Nobody else bringing it down just yet, but Chris Simard is your leader right now. He's 1.2 seconds to the good over Garrett Maines. The number 12 driver there sitting in that second spot. Scott Brinton up to third now. Ronnie Osborne up to fourth. He managed to get past Michael Jeans at some point in this run. Nobody else down pit road just yet, but green flag pit stops are underway for some. Chase Hudson already been down, and Rick Raven just been down, so they're on the freshest tyres right now. Rick Raven just ahead of Kevin O'Brien there. Kevin O'Brien still on the lead lap. He's in 13th spot. As Chris Simard now down in pit road, and Paul Crumroy in pit road as well. So more takers down pit road here at Motegi. Green flag pit stops are finally underway. We're actually in a position when we're getting green flag pit stops. There goes Simard into his box. And Crumroy going to hit his box as well very shortly. There he is. As Simard already on his way out of pit road, as Crumroy just hits his pit box right there. Question is, how long will Garrett Maines stay out before he comes in? Been sitting back, saving those fuel and tyres behind Simard for the longest time. So maybe he's got a bit more life in those tyres and more fuel in that car than seemed, as there he is, still going to do another lap.
Is this Scotty Brinson staying out as well, and Ronnie Osborne?
Good to have you back, Tony.
Good to be back, Sam.
How's the knee?
Sore.
I don't know what I did to my tooth, but it's not hurting anymore for some reason.
Hall's amazing thing.
I know, yeah. Now, Ronnie Osborne up to third. We are under green flag pit stops right now, Tony. So, we've already had Chase Hudson, Chris Simard, Rick Raven, Paul Crumroy, and Paul Crumroy down pit road already. Just waiting to see how long Garrett Maines and Scott Brinson carry on before they bring it down pit side. As no one else really making the move right now.
Well, you got to figure that under the last caution that we had, Hudson, Simard, Raven, and Crumroy all stayed out. So probably about a 6-lap, 7-lap difference between the pit strategies.
Oh, we've had another caution since you went away. Rick Raven was involved in the caution between him and Tony Royce. Rick Raven actually burning his fast repair, and was actually on the freshest tyres, but still decided to bring it down pit road, and
And Brinson's in.
So Brinson bringing it down pit road. He's the next one to blink as looks like Josh Medlock is in pit road as well. Danny Jones is in pit road too. No, where is he? There he is. No, stop moving. There he is. Danny Jones just hitting his markers right there. Bit sideways in pit road. Scott Brinson there just hitting his box there. Yeah.
He's taking a little bit of extra care under this green flag stop. Make sure he didn't overshoot his pit.
Yes, there he goes, just Xing pit road now. Still well ahead of Danny Jones. Danny Jones down right on the other end of pit road after not taking a time in qualifying. So he won't be eligible for the biggest mover award tonight. As Robert Dudley's in pit road now.
As of right now, your biggest mover is Mike Lawler in the 5. Started 23rd. Did take a time in qualifying. Started 23rd and currently running in
6th.
I'm there.
Yeah, and he's got Rick Raven closing down, and Raven obviously a lap down, but Rick Raven's been on a mission since he was involved in that wreck with Tony Rice. He's been passing people front and centre, and really found some speed in that number 17 machine. As there he goes, and it looks like Lawler's coming down as well.
Well, the thing is, Raven was running hard at the beginning of the event as well. So,
yeah, also
when this all cycles through, expect to see him, somewhere in the top 10.
Yeah, Ozma is in pit road. Brian Beard is in pit road as well. James McDavid of Paskey's fame.
Garrett Maines finally blinked.
So the leader, Garrett Maines, is in pit road.
Yep.
Jeans is in too. And look who's going to lead a lap.
That's the 7th sign of the apocalypse.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Tyler Vickery, unless he brings it down pit road right now, is about to get his first bonus point for leading a lap. And there he goes out of turn 4. Tyler Vickery going to get a bonus point for leading a lap.
And ladies and gentlemen, make sure all your affairs are in order, because that is the 7th sign of the apocalypse.
As Ernie Ludwig is going to be the next one to bring it down. Kevin O'Brien back down pit road again. He was already down pit road once already this during this green flag run. But there is Ludwig hitting his markers right now. Taking extra care to get into his box. Chase Hudson, though, already pitted, already back on the lead lap, and is 24 seconds behind Vickery. So when Vickery pits, he's going to lose that lead and quite a few positions as well by the looks of things.
Sorry.
Burkhart is right there as well. He's 14 seconds back from the 24.
Yeah, so it's a different Mountain Dew car for Burkhart than what you're seeing behind Vickery.
Yeah.
And Burkhart looks like he's going pit side this time.
I did say while you were away that the only difference between Burkhart and Samad is that Samad has got that like a spearmint colour green on his tyres. Or blue, whatever it is.
Well, the other difference is Burkhart's running the neon green numbers.
Yeah, Vickery's just bringing it down pit road now. So watch for Chase Hudson to reassume the lead here at Motegi. And it's 4 seconds to the good over Chris Samad as well. So good running there for the number 7 machine. As at one point, he was actually pulling away on 12 lap older tyres than Samad. So the alien back at the front again. Smart up to 2nd, Garrett Maines up to 3rd, Brinton now up to 4th. Ronnie Osmer going to slot in for 5th place. Rick Raven still on a move there. He was in 8th place before he pitted, and now he's up to P6. So still making a move in only his 2nd race here at Top Fuel Racing. Really showing the guys how it's done already. The rookie really showing some talent here in this league.
So, be honest, Sam. Do you miss being out on the track tonight?
Not at all. I hate Motegi.
Okay. Something you and I can both agree on, because I'm not a fan of this facility either.
You asked me to be honest.
Give you a night option for the track, and yet there's no lighting for the oval.
No. Although
if you ever want a fun challenge, get drunk, set the humidity to 100%, overcast at night, and make sure you have a car that does not have headlights, and then try to run a lap around this place without killing anyone.
Yeah, that's
I smell a crash car.
I do too. Car bowling at night?
Sure, why not? Won't be able to see crap, but okay.
Yeah, but next week I'll be back on track as we're heading to New York State again, as we're taking to Watkins Glen for a nice little race there.
Shoot the boot, shoot the boot, shoot the boot. Sorry.
No, we are doing the boot.
It's a Western New York thing you wouldn't understand.
Yeah, Top Fuel Racing taking the DW12s to the Watkins Glen track, the world famous Watkins Glen track, as they are racing around the boot layout. Definitely looking forward to that. You know how fast I am around there, so I'm looking forward to it. Although I need to take it easy going for the bus stop, because we all know what happened last time I raced for the bus stop. I kind of ruined our 6 hours of the Glen race.
It was already ruined when you guys forgot to pit before lap 10.
Kevin Pasquich. Sorry, I had a bit of a cough there.
Privately. In case you folks are wondering, Sam and I are part of a endurance racing team that we've got a few guys on our team that are actually out on track right now. Mainly Scotty Brinson, Ronnie Osmer, Tyler Vickery, and Tyler, Ronnie, and I at last year's 6 Hours of the Glen iRacing edition took a Corvette DP to a third place finish. So kind of proud of that one. Sam, Kevin Pasquich, Mark Vega, and who else was with you guys?
No, not Dom. I think. Let me think about it for a second. As Vickery just hit the outside wall and has just lost the position to Paul Cromroy. I actually can't remember.
Anyways, the setup that we had been running to start the event, we decided to start a little bit light on fuel, just to try to survive the first stint. Their leadoff driver, KP, decided that didn't want to pit for lap 10 and actually ran out of fuel going through the boot.
Yeah, and that's the one place you don't want to run out of fuel, is through the boot, because you have to contend with that whole thing, and it's uphill as well, so you're not going to.
Right. So that was a long tow.
Yeah. But anyway, Tony, just take control of things for a second while I step away for a couple of seconds. I need to make a visit to the little driver's room.
Sure. As Bud's in control of the field, the closest battle that I can see on track right now is Simard and Maines. As they're working their way down the front straightaway now. So your biggest mover of the race so far, of those that took time in qualifying anyways, is going to be Simard, who started 12th, is currently running in 2nd. And Scotty Brinson's starting to reel these guys in as well. Got a good pull off of James McDavid. Brinson to the inside of McDavid, going through the core complex. McDavid given plenty of room. So that's going to let Scotty Brinson get his pad into the here. Working lap 103 of 145 here at the tracked 25 from Twin Ring Motegi, Japan. Gorgeous facility. Just not a fan of how the track races. It kind of reminds me of if you took Gateway, for those of you who have raced the Gateway facility in iRacing, took Gateway, swapped the ends of the track of which has the tighter track, and then reversed the banking. So, for example, at Gateway, turns 1 and 2 are the tight turns, they're the most banked, and 3 and 4 are the sweeper that is relatively flat. Here at Twin Ring Motegi, turns 1 and 2 are the sweeper, but it's got a little bit more banking than 3 and 4. And 3 and 4 is the tight section of track here. As Garrett Maines all over the transmission tunnel of Chris Simard right now. To the inside as they go into turn number 3, side by side. Simard sees he's there, lets him have it. Fighting back, pinches him down. Keeping his foot in it on the high side, keeping it wound up, trying to get a pull off the car in front of him. So Simard able to hang on to second for now. And all this battling, again, is letting Chase Hudson just walk away from these guys as he has gained 2 seconds over the last 5 laps. So Simard and Maines still slugging it out for second. Maines to the inside. These two have raced a lot with each other, so they know how each other drives. They know that they don't really have to worry about either one of themselves doing something just dumb. As Maines gets by for that lap, 13 thousandths of a second to the good for Maines at the stripe that time, for second. Hard right now, probably going into fuel conservation mode, hoping to make it on just one more stop. Might not want to conserve too much as Scotty Brinson still within striking distance. You see Brinson right there every so often in the camera shot of these two. So Hudson, Maines, Simard, Brinson, Osmer, Jeans, Beard, Crumry, Vickery, and Danny Jones rounding out your top 10. Josh Medlock in the Predators 54. Guys are using his rolling pick right now. He is up to speed. Not really holding these guys up as much as just they get really around them. They're kind of using them as a fuel conservation roadblock, if you will. So Maines has gotten the clear already. He's starting to pull away. As Simard now dealing with Medlock. Oh, hang on to her, kid. Nope. And that's going to end Simard's night as caution comes back out. Simard out down on the low side. Looks like the fuel might have gotten a little light in the 27 of Simard. Did a good job keeping it locked down. Everybody else doing a great job of avoiding him. And that car's crabbing badly, so I'm thinking a lot of right rear damage to the 27. Bard is going to at least tow it. Whether or not he's done for the night has yet to be seen.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
Simard just biffed it off of 4.
So we look back at Chris Simard there. He's right behind Josh Medlock. I'm going to get... Dive bombs it in on Medlock. Oh, he lost the back end coming out of 4. And wow.
Yeah, that got real ugly real quick. But kudos to the rest of the field for avoiding him and not causing more carnage than could have been.
Absolutely, but the way the back end just stepped out right there, it was just a strange incident there for the driver of the number 27. As Chase Hutton's going to bring him down pit road again. So let's see how this one turns out as they make it down pit road again. We are under caution number 7 here at Motegi.
Now, Sam, just out of curiosity, what are we looking at for a fuel run here?
Approximately... We went green again on lap 49. And they were bringing down pit road around about lap 65-ish. So about... What? No. 75, 85. So it's about 20-25 laps on fuel.
Okay, so we have not seen the money stop yet.
Not at all, as it looks like Chase Hudson won the race off pit road. Garrett Main's up to 2nd place. Scott Brinson there in 3rd place. No, Ronnie Osmer in 3rd, sorry.
Ronnie just edged Scott out at pit out.
Or maybe not. Brinson there in 3rd place.
Okay. That was tight, I know that. And Michael Jean's rounding out your top 5, so heavy hitters in the top 5 right now.
Chase Hudson, Garrett Main, Scott Brinson, Ronnie Osmer, Michael Jeans. Michael Jeans, the outgoing champion. Scott Brinson, the champion-elect. So, as I've said several times already here tonight, it's good to see those two. It's kind of like a passing of the torch here tonight, really, isn't it?
With as few races that are left in this season, yeah, I would consider it a passing of the torch.
Because I think with Chris Walker out now, Nate Siefka not taking part in the race, and I believe Robert Dudley's up there as well, so he's not having the best of races either tonight. So I think it's either going to be this week or next week at Watkins Glen where Scott Brinson's actually going to clinch the title.
And Scott, just so you know, Sam's going to be in Central New York in October, so if you want to come up and boot him in the nuts when he just jinxed you, got a couch to sleep on at my place.
Well, you know, I think even if he doesn't finish here tonight, and he's going to finish up just outside the top, he's going to finish in the top 20 regardless, and ahead of Chris Walker, so he's going to get more provisional points anyway. So that will still extend his lead at the top of the championship, and even if he does wreck out and he does retire, I think he still might clinch it.
Yes, but we all know that the rolling hills of Watkins Glen in wine country of Central New York, that can be an equalizer. That's one of those tracks that you have to show it a lot of respect, because at any moment it'll bite you, especially with them using the boot. There's a couple of off-camber turns going through the boot that you know, they can catch you out real quick.
And we've seen many times how good this season, how good Chris Walker can be on the road courses, especially after what we saw on the last road course we were at, Brands Hatch. I mean, that man was on fire at Brands Hatch. Unfortunately, he just didn't have the speed to keep up with Nate Siefka, but was all season on all the road courses we've been to, definitely be the man, one of the guys to watch.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a guy that definitely would have won Mid-Ohio had he not stepped on his own junk. You know, definitely would have won Brands Hatch had Nate had his normal connection issues that he'd been having. So, lights are out on the pace car. Hudson going to have control of the field, working the way down the back straightaway. So you got Hudson, Maidens, Osmer, Brinson, Gene, Beard, Vickery, Crumrye, Lawler, and O'Brien rounding out your top 10. Field working its way through the 3-4 complex.
So as it stands, Chase Hudson in control of the field here as they make their way to turns 3 and 4. Tony, get us going, buddy.
Pace car makes a hard left turn. Hudson again wasting absolutely no time. Actually drives through the bumper of the pace car. And Garrett Maines trying to get what little pull he can going into turn number 1. Osmer getting a decent jump, getting by Brinson. So everybody away clear, and we're side by side down the back straightaway. Garrett Maines, Chase Hudson as they haul off into turn number 3.
So 30 laps to go here. Will soon be 29 laps to go. Garrett Maines going to make the outside pass out, go through turns 3 and 4. Chase Hudson keeping it wound up on the inside, but Garrett Maines takes the lead by making an amazing pass on the outside, I will say.
And then gets the heck away from everybody to kill what little draft they can come up with. Then protects the inside down the back straightaway. Hudson trying to get a run. He's got Osmer all over his transmission tunnel. Osmer's got Brinson to his inside. You know, these guys are duking it out like it's the last lap, and we still haven't seen the money stop yet as we are back under caution.
Yeah, that is James McDavid and Robert Dudley. I did say Robert Dudley was having a bad race. It's got even worse for him now as he's got into an incident with the 96. Let's see what happened there. You see him just running through turns 1 and 2. Now, James McDavid is a couple of car lengths ahead of him. Oh! McDavid got punted by Lacavara. And Dudley just had nowhere to go. So let's go back and watch what happened on a far chase cam and see what happened between Lacavara and McDavid. So you see McDavid there with yeah, just the slightest touch from Bob Lacavara unsettled the 96 driver, and yeah, Robert Dudley just having nowhere to go in that.
Well, I'm thinking McDavid wasn't prepared to take that second lane, and he checked up, and Lacavara was ready to just sail it into turn number 3, and unfortunately, you know, McDavid was there and snaps you by.
And luckily for James McDavid, he did have a fast repair, so he's managed to go back in, get it repaired, and bring it back out again, albeit with the fact that he's now going to have an EOL for entering a closed pits. But we are under caution number 8 here at Motegi. It looks like Hudson's dropping to the apron to stay away from Garrett Maines. Garrett Maines is your leader. So, and a lot of people revving the engine to save fuel. Or burning fuel, sorry.
I was going to say that again?
Burning fuel. Thing is though, why would they be burning fuel this late in the race?
Don't know.
So Garrett Maines your leader, Chase Hudson second, Ronnie Osmer third, Scott Brinson fourth, Michael Jeans fifth, sixth is Brian Beard, seventh is Tyler Vickery, eighth is last week's winner at Gateway, Paul Crumry, ninth is Michael Lawler, running out of the top 10. Great position for him to be in right now is Josh Medlock. Danny Jones just outside there in the top 10 is in 11th. Rick Raven just getting the lucky dog, he's in 12th. Matt Burkhart is in 13th. Just coming out of pit road. I think actually it was Burkhart that got the lucky dog. Kevin O'Brien.
Nope.
It wasn't. Oh, it was Kevin O'Brien, was it?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There's only one taker going down pit road.
And that's Rick Raven. So, interesting strategy for Raven here tonight. I mean, he's taking it down pit road every opportunity he gets. And he's pitting early as well, which seems to be giving him a bit of an advantage in the long runs.
Well, the thing is, right now they're working lap 120 of 145, and we've already established that they can make it 25 laps on a fuel run.
Thing is, though, they're already 7 laps into a tyre run, so, and they're burning fuel. They're trying to burn fuel quicker by revving the engines at the front. So, not entirely sure what the strategy call is here, but definitely interesting to see as we're going to be coming to 25 laps to go at the line.
Yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head around why so many people are revving their engines. Because your leader's doing it, Chase Hudson's doing it, Ronnie Osmer appears to be doing it, as does Michael Jeans.
Scott Brinson, the only one that's not revving his engine, so Maybe Scott Brinton knows something that everybody else doesn't.
That would be why Scott Brinson is.
This is true. This is true. So lights are off on the pace car again. We're about to get them going with 24 laps to go. We're currently 25 laps to go as we are 1 to green. I just said exactly the same thing but in a different context. Did you notice that?
I just sell the parts, sir. You'll have to discuss that with management. Anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you are interested in getting in on the action next week as we go to the rolling hills of the Finger Lakes region of central New York. Go ahead and drop a comment with your iRacing screen name. We'll get that passed along to league management, see if we can get you added into the race next week at Watkins Glen.
And don't forget, we do have a special event coming up on June 24th with the race for ALS 200, is it?
I believe so.
At Michigan in the IR18s as they make their way into 3 and 4. Garrett Manger leader, Chase Hudson second, Ronnie Osborne third. Scott Brinton backing off slightly as away we go again. Under green one more time, and Garrett Main's not wasting any time as Chase Hudson immediately putting the block on Ronnie Osborne.
Almost took his front wing off as Osborne had to check up. That's going to let Michael Jeans through on the inside as well. And here comes Tyler Vickery.
Vickery finding some speed in that number 24 machine. He's already working on the back of his teammate. Works to the inside of his teammate. No team orders here. Oh no. As Osborne's burning up the tyres and he's going to fall backwards now. Did you see the amount of smoke that came off those tyres just then?
It looked like a Cheech and Chong concert.
As Osborne and Lawler getting very close as they come out of turns 3 and 4. Turns 1 and 2, I apologise. That's Ronnie. Oh wow. Chopping
I think this is the last lap, the way these guys are running this.
Yeah, Ronnie Osborne nearly cutting the nose off Brian Beard there when they were running down the backstretch. It looks like Chase Hudson's going to try and take the outside line on Garrett Mains. Garrett Mains still keeping it wound up on the inside. Michael Jeans up to third place. Tyler Vickery up to P4. So on a real... he's managed to get that car on complete rails here at Motegi as we're now 22 laps to go, 21 laps to go at the line, and Vickery is the biggest mover as it seems right now.
No, that would actually go to Michael Lawler in the 5, started 23rd, and did take time in qualifying. Currently running in 6th.
Wow, okay. So, Vickery in 4th. He's got his teammate Ronnie Osborne right behind him in 5th. Are they going to work together and see if they can both push their way to the front?
Let's find out. Is there 3 wide behind him?
Oh! Osborne into the wall!
That's never a good thing.
As he's going to get freight train. There goes Brinton. There's 3-1 going into 1! Raven with the power move on the inside there, taking away 7th place, and he's going to make the move on Ronnie Osborne as well. Rick Raven, another driver on the move, as he's already back up to the top 10.
I think I just changed the flavor of my driving suit. And I'm not even in the race.
I was about to ask, why are you wearing a driving suit when you're not even racing?
It's the niche support it provides.
Fair enough. As there goes Raven to the inside of Osma. Osma probably got some suspension damage on that number 55. Yeah, Ronnie Osborne's finally been given his number 55, Tony, by the way.
See that?
So, Raven up to the top 6 now. Vickery is actually being caught now by Scott Brinton as they're doing the Indy Snake down the start-finish straight at Motegi.
Why, I have no idea. It's a 1.5-mile track, guys. You're not going to get that much draft.
As it looks like Ronnie Osborne's finally found some speed in that car again after that little incident with the wall. He's still hanging on to the back of Rick Raven, but here comes Brian Beard now. He's going to get himself in on the action as we've got... Yeah, that is Kevin O'Brien. No, not Kevin O'Brien. Who is that? That's Matt Burkhart in the wall. Let's find out what happened to Burkhart. on the outside of James McDavid. Going into... Yeah. James McDavid getting too much of a run, hitting the apron and hitting into the side of Burkhart. Burkhart's around and into the wall. And I can't help but think that that might be the end of Burkhart tonight, because I believe he might have already used his fast repair.
I think he did. Thing is, he cannot keep that car off the wall. Trying to limp it around.
You're not live, he's already in pit road.
Okay. Yeah, he towed it.
So, under caution number 9 here at Motegi with 16 laps to go. Garrett Manger leading, Chase Hudson second, Michael Jeans third, Scott Brinson fourth. Tyler Vickery just dropping down to fifth there before the caution came out. So, but still in the top 5 and still hanging strong there. Rick Raven is in 6th. Ronnie Osborne in 7th, but with that damage, do you reckon...
I don't think he's burned his fast repair yet, has he?
No, I don't think he has.
Well, then this is the opportune time to take it. And we are... we're about to go 15 to go, so they can make it from here.
Hudson's in. No, Hudson fake pitting.
No, he's not.
Wow.
Osmer stayed out as well. What on earth are these guys doing?
I'm going to do a bit of investigating here, because I want to see if Osman doesn't have damage.
Huh?
I can't see any damage on Osman's car, so maybe he just missed the wall and bled a bit of speed.
Another coat of paint, he would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
Take a look at that. No, there's no damage on the upright. I'm surprised. Matter of fact, color me shocked.
I know, right?
As Robert Dudley gets the lucky dog.
So, Robert Dudley getting the lucky dog. He will be back on the lead lap now. That leaves 14 cars on the lead lap as it stands. As we are 15 laps to go here at Motegi. Manger leader, Hudson second. Michael Jeans on his return to the series is in third. Scott Brinson fourth. Tyler Vickery up into fifth. Rick Raven, man on a mission here tonight. He is in sixth.
And if you're playing tonight's at-home drinking game and you haven't passed out yet, you win. As we're up to shot number 9, ladies and gentlemen.
Or if the aim of the game is to pass out first, then you win. Or you lose if you're still awake.
Sure, why not?
Go with that thought.
I have a feeling that we haven't seen the last of this yet, and if you are playing the at-home drinking game, expect your liver to be sitting in bed with you tomorrow morning when the alarm goes off. It's going to hand you a cup of coffee and go, "Bro, I don't know what I did, but I promise I'll never do it again. Just don't put me through that."
I don't know what I did to piss you off, but please don't do that again.
Sorry.
So, cars behind the wall as they stand right now. Chris Simard out. Chris Walker out. Jason McSparron out. Brandon Stokes out. Mark Walker out. Carl Burke out. Keith Mayato missing the start due to connection issues. And Doug Kennedy not taking the start at all. So, 8 cars out. 19 cars still running. Tony Rice, the last car, still running. He is 3 laps down. Ernie Ludwig is still running. He's 2 laps down. Matt Burkhart must have had a fast repair because he is out on track again. 2 laps down. Bob Lacavara 2 laps down. James McDavid, if there's another caution, he will get the lucky dog. He is 1 lap down. And Robert Dudley, the last car on the lead lap. So, yeah.
Robert Dudley just got the lucky dog. And if you look on the side of Dudley's car, you'll see that he is running for ALS awareness. Good on you, sir.
Yeah, that race will be on June 24th. Will be staged in honor of him and the his sister, who unfortunately passed back in December, I believe, due to complications from ALS. So that is the reason why we're running this race, and the reason why we are broadcasting this race, because we want to try and raise as much money as possible to support the ALS fund and try and find a cure for such a terrible disease.
And for those of you who don't know what ALS is, It sometimes is referred to as Lou Gehrig's disease.
And in the UK, it's called well, it's called over here motor neuron disease as well. So,
yeah. So, for more information on how you can make donations, go to alsa.org.
Absolutely. As the lights are off on the pace car, Tony, get us going again, man.
So, Maines and Hudson at the top of the field. Got Michael Jeans and Scotty Brinson, past champion and current champion-elect, sitting right behind him. And again, remind me to pick on Scotty Brinson for the...
I actually haven't paid attention to his paint scheme. I don't even know what's on there.
Chicago Cubs.
Oh, okay.
So, Garrett Maines pulls the trigger, and we are back live as Chase Hudson throws the block, almost takes off the nose of Michael Jeans. Jeans luckily knew it was coming, gutter stepped it, and we are back live as they haul off into turn number 1.
Just want to go back to Tyler Vickery. He's already making a move on Scott Brinson as they go on to the backstretch. Vickery really making a name for himself here tonight as he moves to the inside of the 14 and moves up into P4. Scott Brinson going to keep it wound up on the high side, going through 3 and 4 though, and is luckily going to hold on to that P4 position as they're doing the Indy Snake, the top 3 again, with 11 laps to go here at Motegi. It's been a caution-filled race, a race of attrition, but everybody, it's created some exciting racing here tonight.
Very much so, as Osmer and Vickery going side by side into turn number 3. Osmer with the now preferred line in that second lane, able to keep it wound up, able to keep the momentum under that car. Vickery having to pinch it off a little bit. Finally ducks back in line behind Osmer. Meanwhile, Garrett Maines, Chase Hudson, and Michael Jeans are starting to check out on Scotty Brinson.
Not too much. Brinson's still there just about, still hanging on, so if anything...
Contact between Maines and Hudson as they go down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Hudson's still trying to get past Maines on that outside line. Very unconventional lines between these top 3 as they go down the start-finish straight, and they're still doing the snake.
All they're doing, in my personal opinion, is just wearing what little goodie is left on those tires off.
Absolutely, as we are 9 laps to go here again, and Chase Hudson. Oh, Chase Hudson really going high there, trying to get as much draft as he can to get alongside Garrett Maines as they come out of turn 4. Got to dive to the inside. Garrett Maines going to defend as they go towards turn 1. To the outside again goes Chase Hudson as we are 8 laps to go here. Scott Brinson has caught up to the back of Michael Jeans meanwhile, and he's going to try and get past him as well.
Place your bets, folks. You know, these guys are racing like it's the last lap, and there's still just over 10 laps to go.
There's 8 laps to go. 7 laps to go when they cross the line.
There it is. Yeah, you're right. My math is off.
Let's go back to
painkillers.
Yeah, I know, right? Going back to Rick Raven. He's working on the back of Ronnie Osmer right now. Ronnie Osmer struggling a bit now in that Napa Auto Parts machine. Another person that's struggling now is Tyler Vickery. He's got Kevin O'Brien all over his rear wing right now. As yeah, Kevin O'Brien really running strong late on in the race.
As Michael Jeans making his way past Chase Hudson. Hudson looks like he may have just said, yeah, you know what, Mike? Go ahead. You have at him. you turn him.
As Rick Raven's going to move to the inside of Ronnie Osmer as well. Going into turns 3 and 4. Rick Raven up to the top 5.
Raven into the top 5 as we are 5 to go currently.
Yeah,
still showing the way. Michael Jeans sitting in second. Chase Hudson all over his transmission tunnel as it looks like Jeans doesn't quite have the speed to hang with Maines.
It doesn't, and Chase Hudson still trying to get back past him again. Chase Hudson feels like he's got the speed to stay with Maines, but Maines still doing the snake down the start-finish straight to break the draft. Seems to be working so far as he's already almost half a second up the road. 4 laps to go here at Motegi. Rick Raven back up to the top 5 again after he did lose that position slightly for a short period of time to Ronnie Osmer. Those two still duking out for that top 5 spot. There is Vickery, and he's got an angry pack of dogs right behind him, as that is Brian Beard, Kevin O'Brien, and now Paul Crumroy right behind him.
Yeah, Vickery is in danger of dropping out of the top 10 at this point, only because he's just...
Oh, there it is! Sorry. Brian Beard. And that's the race, unfortunately, as Brian Beard is on his lid.
Brian Beard just caught more airtime than a skateboard at the X Games.
Let's take a look at that again as we see him on the inside there. Kevin O'Brien on the outside.
Like he may have had some help.
That's a strong possibility. Yeah, Crumroy getting into the back of him. As that is going to be the race here at Motegi. Brian Beard being caught in an incident there with Paul Crumroy. Crumroy with some severe damage to the front end of his car. As he's... Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Crumroy's in the wall again. And he's stuck in the wall. So Garrett, mate.
Sam, I cannot move anybody.
I can.
And the one thing I would like to point out, your top 2 finishers are both from Maximum Velocity Racing.
Absolutely. There you go. I set you as a server admin. So, unless the wheel fall off this thing, and we're on the final lap now, Garrett Maines is going to come home with the victory here tonight at Motegi. Michael Jeans is going to come home second, and Chase Hudson's going to come home in 3rd place. So, that is your top 3 as it stands right now. I think it'll stay that way unless someone runs out of fuel, which is very unlikely at this point.
Stranger things happen.
James McDavid getting his lucky dog. Tyler Vickery, he's gonna... Something's happening to Tyler Vickery. He was in 7th when the flag came out. Oh, there he is. He's coming back again. He's gonna go slot back into P7, right behind his teammate Ronnie Osmer. So, looks like the final finishes are going to be as it stands, as they're going to come into turn 3 now. Garrett Maines, Michael Jeans, Chase Hudson, Scott Brinson, Rick Raven, Ronnie Osmer, Tyler Vickery, Kevin O'Brien, Michael Lawler, and Paul Crumroy still in the top 10 after being stuck in the wall for a while. But the race belongs to Garrett Maines as they make their way down the start-finish straight and across the line. Garrett Maines is your winner here at Motegi. Michael Jean's going to cross the line for 2nd, and Chase Hudson rounds out your top 3 here at the Beast from the East, as I've already called it.
True story is right now we're going to reach out to our 3rd place finisher, rounding out our podium, Mr. Chase Hudson. Chase, that was a hell of a drive, sir. You came up just a tick short tonight. You know, talk us through your feelings on the way that the race finally played out.
Oh man, that was the most adrenaline I felt in a long time. My hands are shaking right now. Heart was pounding. But it was a pretty good race for me. Pretty much all race long. I had almost a couple of incidents early on, getting involved in wrecks. But hold up, let me mute these guys. There we go. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good race for me up until one of the last cautions where Garrett took the lead. I kind of wish I was a bit more aggressive. I just was just chilling. Maybe I was able to, I was thinking I could maybe repass him pretty easily, but yeah, the track was just super dirty. It was kind of hard to get that middle line going or anywhere offline. It was kind of just 1.5 line you could run But yeah, that was a good job of him getting by me, and he defended like hell. That last restart, I was like, I'm just going for it. I mean, if we wreck, we wreck. I got close a couple times. I seen he lifted off the bottom just a little bit, and I had to run on the outside, coming out of 4, I believe. I cut just straight left, inches away from his back bumper, hoping I'd be able to clear him or get a nose in, but he had me cleared still.
Yeah,
But and
you're
then
talking about
Michael,
when he almost put you into the pit wall there.
yeah, and then Michael got around me, and I was thinking I'm not gonna get first. Then I could at least hope for a second, but he did a good job at defending too. It was just kind of hard to pass. In practice, it wasn't really like that. You're able to run kind of 2 lines, but in the race, I just felt like if you just had to defend the inside pretty hard. I tried to a couple times. They did a really good job, especially Garev, holding it down there. Whenever I tried it, I just get too tight and scared I was gonna wreck the person in front of me. But yeah, it was a fun race.
Fair enough. Talk to us about your thoughts about next week when the series goes back to the States and into wine country or central New York to the Finger Lakes region with Watkins Glen.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna race. I might, but yeah, I mean Watkins Glen is always a fun track, especially in these cars, and I love road course racing, so should be a good one.
Hoping
Chase.
hoping to get some redemption after such a horrible race at Brands Hatch last time we were at a road course.
Yeah, the top 3, me, I think Chris, and I don't know who's up front.
Nate Siefke.
Yeah, we're having a good race, and then that lap car kind of screwed us up. But yeah, if we could have went incident free, I think I think the top 3 we're just magnets to each other. I mean, I think we honestly could have gotten like all finished within a second of each other. Like we were that close on lap times.
Well, Chase, we'll let you get back down and celebrate with your team. Congratulations on the podium tonight, sir.
Yep. Thanks to both Scott for putting this on.
Okay, and that was our third place finisher, Mr. Chase Hudson. Let's gonna reach out to our second place finisher, Mr. Michael Jeans. Michael, very interesting race for yourself. Just stealing that second place at the end there.
Well, that's the way I got to do it. I'm not as fast as they are. I just got to sneak in there when they're not looking.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Michael, making your return to the series at Indy and back here again tonight at Motegi. Unfortunately, going to be the outgoing champion, as it looks like Scott Brinson's going to be the new champion after either after tonight or Watkins Glen. But what are your thoughts coming back to the series? As do you reckon, are you going to run full time next season, or is this just a one-off?
No, I think Scott's got something to worry about for next season. I believe I'm gonna come back and try to put it on him next season. I had a lot of fun tonight.
Absolutely, it definitely looked like he did have fun. Everybody looked like they had fun despite all the cautions. But just talk about your race there, Michael. How was it out there? And do you think you had something for Garrett near the end there?
Well, I don't know. I could have. Not really. I kept messing up. Once I actually got around Chase there, I messed up 3 or 4 laps in a row. I don't know. I guess I was so excited just to be in second. I just kept messing up, so I really couldn't catch Garrett. But man, it is tough to pass on this track.
Tough to pass on this track, but you got to give props where props are due. And Maximum Velocity Motorsports coming home 1 and 2 tonight. You got to be proud of that feat.
Yeah, I was really excited. I saw Garrett and Chase get together there with about 10 to go or so, and I really thought they had just handed me the race. I was jumping up and down in my seat. But I didn't quite kill each other. They just kind of did a little rubbing.
Yeah, rubbing is racing, as they say. Well, Michael, looking forward to next week's race at Watkins Glen. What are your thoughts to that, and are you going to be there?
I'm going to try to be there. I should be there. I like Watkins Glen. I'm never the fastest on the road courses, so just I'm gonna show up and do my best, stay out of trouble.
Absolutely. Well, Michael, congratulations on the second place. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's result?
Scott for having just we had a lot of fun tonight, all three of us, and even everybody else. You know, I worked my way through the pack some, so you know, like I said, my beautiful fiance over there for letting me do all this, and my real team, Speed Zone Motorsports, you know, and of course BOFA, SCB or SBC. What the hell is it?
SCB.
You guys, y'all do good. So I appreciate y'all putting this up here.
Well, thank you, Michael, and we'll hopefully see you next week at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, guys.
As that was Michael Jeans and Tony. I believe you're with our race winner Garrett Maines.
The man of the hour, coming home with the victory. Started third, coming home with the win. Congratulations, Garrett Maines.
Thank you, guys. That was just one heck of a race there at the end. I've done this race 2 other times, and I've won one and lost the other. And this time I was in that situation where I really had to just, play the game. It was the exact opposite scenario where I was the one having to do the blocking and all the defending, and it was just crazy.
There was a couple of moments there towards the end where it was getting downright ugly and almost ornery. Walk us through the one block that almost put yourself into the inside pit wall.
Yeah, from what I remember, I mean, I was just trying to hold the bottom going into the corner without, letting him get under me. And I knew he was going to go up to the wall at the last second, but I was banking that was going to be the time that he was going to do it. And right when I started to move myself up, he came down on my door. I was like, uh-oh. It was almost the moment I got hooked. So, I mean, it was just bad timing on my part. I'm glad, we didn't wreck there. None of us in the top 3, I think, are going for points. We're just in here racing tonight, and it's a good day to be back for me. I honestly thought it was the Glen, but I jumped in. It was Twin Ring, and I was like, well, here we go. This should be fun.
Well, you brought up a good point. Whereas we're going to the Finger Lakes wine country of Central New York next week with Watkins Glen. Talk to us your thoughts of that facility.
Yeah, I've never been too good there. I think if I put in some time for practice, I can pick it up. But I haven't been very good with road course racing since I got my new pedals. So it's a very fun, very fast track. It's just I don't have much experience there, especially in these cars. Just got a lot to learn there.
Well, the hardest part, and I can tell you right now, from what I normally was running there in real life to what I run here in iRacing, the hardest part is getting used to how far can you bomb it into bus stop without killing everybody.
Yeah, that's what I've seen in the Xfinity cars. You just really have to send it in there and hope it sticks. And typically, I mean, you'd be surprised how far you can send it, but I typically, I'm that guy that doesn't really want to tear up my car, and I'm a little too conservative, and it costs me.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you there next week. Now, just out of curiosity, will you be joining us on the 29th for the 24th for the
race for ALS 200?
Thank you. Pain meds are starting to kick in. Race for ALS from Michigan. Will you be joining us for that one?
I am honestly almost 100% sure that is a day that I am going on a mission trip. So I don't think I'll be able to join us, but that honestly stinks because I was looking forward to that. Iowa's a fun track. But yeah, I'm almost positive that Wednesday I'm busy, and then that Sunday I'm leaving.
Hopefully you'll be able to make it.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it won't be.
And if you can't,
I'll be able to join.
And if you can't join us for that race, we do ask that you go to alsa.org, and there's information.
Yeah, just basically throw out a donation if you can.
10-4. Yeah, I saw some things in my inbox about that, so I'll definitely go look at that.
But congratulations again on the victory tonight. Hard-fought victory. Ran up front most of the night. Congratulations, Garrett.
Thank you, sir.
Good win, Garrett.
Well, that was That was our race winner, Garrett Mains. Speaking of the ALS race that's happening on the 24th, Scott, just give us a few words on that and just explain what's going to be going down that night.
Well, it's a race that Robert Dudley, he's the brainchild of it, and he wanted to do it in honor of his sister that he lost back in December of ALS. And it's going to be called the Penny Dudley ALS Race for a Cure 250. And all the money we're going to raise for it is going to be a donation towards ALS. I'm going to give all the money to Robert once it's collected. And I'll let him make the donation in behalf of his sister's name and Top Fuel Racing to ALS. And it's not going to be a lot of money, but our goal is $500. We're already halfway there, and we've only got 5 people registered for the race. I know a bunch of people are going to get signed up, so I'm not really worried about the car number right now, but we're already halfway to 500. So I'd like to blow by that number. So all you guys that are going to watch the race, dig a little deeper in that wallet. It's for a great cause, man. And one of our fellow league members, he's lost a family member due to it. So it kind of hits close to home,
Absolutely.
Now, if somebody wanted to make a donation through the league, there's information on the league's Facebook page, is there not?
Oh, yeah, and all they got to do is ask somebody that they know that's in the league and get that information to them, no problem. And people are welcome to make a donation and not partake in the race. That's what they choose.
And Scott, I'll tell you what, if you'll pass that information to either Sam or myself, we'll put that into the description of this video of how to make a donation to that fund. You don't have to race. If you want to make a donation, everything is more than welcome. But we'll put that information in the description of this video when we're done here, and hopefully we can blow by that goal of 500 and make it like drop in the bucket.
Actually, they can just go to topfuelracing.us, and right there on the front page is a donate button. So if anybody out there just wants to make a donation, just go to topfuelracing.us and just use the donate button there on the front page on the right side.
And that race is 10 days away. Oh, just about 10 days away in the IR18s at Michigan. Well, going back to tonight, Scott, what are your thoughts after tonight's race?
Well, I think we had a few too many cautions, but all in all, we had some good green flag runs. And I actually popped up here because one of our fellow drivers was wondering if he could get an interview for 5th place. So I'd be willing to give up my interview time if you guys want to interview Rick Ravon.
Yeah, absolutely. Bring him up.
All right, let's do it. I'll introduce him to you guys.
Okay.
Rick Ravon, these guys are going to give you what you asked for, buddy. Good job on your 5th place, man.
Thank you very much.
Biggest mover of the race. Congratulations, sir.
Am I?
Started 14th, finished 5th. That's as far as Mike goes into his workout, you've got the biggest mover of the race award right now.
Oh my God, that is phenomenal. Let me just say this: Top Fuel Racing on iRacing. If you love IndyCar racing, this is the place to be. These guys are absolutely phenomenal. I know that we had some yellow flags, and the guys. It's not like they have to get their acts together. This was a last-minute change in the setup, and they had to get used to it, and it was very difficult to deal with in traffic. So you got to cut the guys some slack, but these guys know what they're doing. Top Fuel Racing, they recruit the best of the best. And if you want to really accomplish something, you've got to race with Top Fuel Racing and iRacing, because these guys, if you love IndyCar racing, and by the way, when this season is over, they're going to the new IndyCar, the IR18. That is something that everybody who loves IndyCar racing and everybody who really wants to have good competition has got to get involved with, because this is the best league out there, bar none. I've been doing this for 25 years, and I'm going to tell you right now, these guys, they're going to race you clean, they're going to race you hard, and if you win one of these races, and especially if you win the championship, you have accomplished something. I love Top Fuel Racing.
Absolutely, some kind words there from yourself, Rick. Well, just want to get a few words from you about your race tonight. Definitely seem to be a man on a mission tonight. What are your thoughts about tonight's race? I mean, you seem to be really enjoying yourself out there tonight.
I most certainly did. I started way back there, as you know, because I got the biggest mover award. I had a really great lap going, but I kind of got balked by somebody. I won't mention his name, but I thought he might move out of the way for me in qualifying, but he didn't. So I had to breathe it. I thought I would have at least a top 5 start, but unfortunately, I was starting way back deep into. I think I started 17th, if I'm not mistaken, but I was able to work my way up, and then most of the leaders pitted under. I think it was the second yellow, so I ended up in second place behind the leader. And I was just gonna, just kind of bide my time. Long way to go. There's no need to push it and risk getting into an accident. But unfortunately, and again, I'm getting used to these guys. I'm getting used to who's who, the paint schemes on the cars and things like that. We came out of turn 2, and somebody was on my outside, and they held my line, and somehow I got hooked into the wall. But thank God, Top Fuel Racing allows you to have one quick fix in the pits, and I was able to duck into the pits very quickly and get the damage fixed. And then, of course, I was a lap down, and I had to come back from that. We got another yellow, and I was fortunate enough to be the first guy on the lead lap and got the lucky dog and came around, and I said, well, you know what? It's balls to the walls now. It's balls to the wall because, I was finally on the lead lap, but I was still way down in the top 10. And I had to, if I was going to have any chance to win the race, I was going to have to really make some bold moves. And I was able to make those bold moves. But to the credit of the Top Fuel Racing drivers, they raced me hard, but they raced me clean. When I had a run, it's not like they drove me down and, tried to, bump me and stuff like that. They raced me hard, but I was able to get by them, and they raced me clean, and I was able to work my way back up to the top 5. And with that last, or I think it was a second to the last yellow flag, I duck into the pits and get fresh tires because that's what I needed. If I was going to have any chance at the win, I was going to need fresh tires, and that's how I was able to work my way up back to the, to score a top 5 finish. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for next week, and especially for the new season with the IR18 IndyCar. This is the best league out there, bar none.
Absolutely. Well, as you spoke about next week, you've already got 2 top 5s in your debut season here, Rick. You're definitely turning some heads. What are your thoughts going to your first race road course next week when we go to Watkins Glen?
I love Watkins Glen. It's a fantastic racetrack. It's it's a driver's track, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what these guys have to offer as far as their road course skills. They've already demonstrated to me that they are fantastic oval racers. Can they do it on a road course? Again, I'm fairly new to this Top Fuel Racing League on iRacing, so I don't know these guys. As far as I know, they're fantastic oval racers, but can they get it done on a road course? I'm an oval specialist, but I'm also pretty darn good at the road course. So I want to see what these guys have to offer on the road course, and I have a feeling it is going to be a ding-dong battle for the win come next week at Watkins Glen.
Absolutely.
I would dare say pack a lunch if you're planning on trying to win next. We'll leave it at that.
I look forward to the challenge, Tony T.
Absolutely. Well, Rick, congratulations on getting your second top 5 in only your second race here at Top Fuel Racing. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out for tonight's result?
Well, I definitely want to congratulate the winner, but I also want to I want to say thank you very much to Nate, because he's the one that recognized when I jumped into the server for some practice. He's the one that sent me a private message and said, "Are you interested in joining our league? We have an IndyCar league." And I said, "Well, is it fixed setups or open setups?" I was hoping he would say fixed setups, because one thing I really don't know much about setting up a car, and I hate being beat by a faster car. If you're going to beat me in equal equipment, then you've accomplished something. And he said to me, no, it's fixed setups. And I said, oh, man, fantastic. I would love to join your league. So I went ahead and joined the league, and it's just been like, this is the closest thing to sim racing heaven that I've ever been. So I want to thank Nate, and I also want to thank Paul. I can't pronounce it. Crumray?
Crumry.
Crumry. He is going to paint me the classic Gould Charge that Rick Mears qualified on the pole for the 1982 Indianapolis 500, and in that fantastic finish with Gordon Johncock, he finished second place by just 1600ths of a second in perhaps the most dramatic finish we've ever seen at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Absolutely, and that's an iconic paint scheme. As Rick Mears definitely a legend in the IndyCar scene, and definitely can't wait to see that paint scheme out there. Well, Rick, congratulations one more time for the top 5, and we're happy to have you in Top Fuel Racing, and we'll see you next week at Watkins Glen.
Thank you so much, Sam, Scott, Tony, and everybody else. God bless you, and God bless Top Fuel Racing. I can't wait for the future with this league.
Good job, Rick. Thanks for the plug, man.
That was our newest, I'm going to say newest star in the league, because he's really turning some heads so far this season. Since he made his debut last week at Gateway, got a top 5 there, and got another top 5 tonight, so really turning some heads in that number 17 machine, Scott.
Yeah, he's a new contender, and was it just me, or did everybody pick the night to come back?
I know, right?
They picked the night to come back, but it was good to see that many cars out on track here at Motegi.
Yeah, it usually scares people off. So, yeah, I was tickled when I started seeing them file in. So, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe we'll finish strong, and maybe we'll get a big turnout for that ALS race. That's what I'm hoping for. I'd like to get a big turnout that night for sure.
Well, this is definitely the fallout from the Indy 500 as well. I mean, everybody seems to have had a fire lit underneath them since that race, and we've had some pretty decent turnouts in the race. I mean, Gateway last week, yeah, we had a good turnout for that one, and unfortunately we weren't there to broadcast it, but we do know that one Mr. Paul Crumry left the track very happy that night, and but yeah, tonight we came back and broadcast. I will apologise when you go back and watch it, Scott. We were suffering from a few medical discrepancies at the start. I had toothache, Tony had knee ache, so we were like swapping places, like tagging out to take the broadcast lead, but we both we both made it to the end, and we both broadcasted a great race, and what a race it was, and Garrett Maines bringing home the win, and Scott, I believe you're getting ever closer to clinching that title now.
Yeah, inches so close. But before we talk about that, before I forget, I just want to thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate you guys. I know, Tony, you're recovering from knee surgery, man. And Sam, I know you've been having, not feeling so well and having some computer issues tonight. So I appreciate you guys making the effort and being able to broadcast the race. So whatever little hiccups you guys had, it's no big deal.
Definitely.
But yeah, the season's winding down. Honestly, I can't believe how quickly this season has gone by. It just seems like this whole 2018 has just flown by. So there's a lot going on in my personal life, and I think that has a lot to do with why the year's going by so fast. And man, 3 more races, and yeah, Gene's showed up tonight, and we were joking around. He told me he's gonna kick my ass and all this stuff. I don't remember how it led into it, but I let him know he's gonna have to be relinquishing that belt to me here in just a few weeks. And he goes, "That's all right. I'm coming back for it next season." So I look forward to racing one of my good buddies here on iRacing, Michael Jeans, again full time next season, and maybe we'll get some of these other guys to come back full time.
Well, me and Tony did mention earlier in the race that it is tonight. It seems like the passing of the torch. I mean, the outgoing champion racing against the champion elect, and it really did seem like the passing of the torch here tonight. And yeah, when you two clash next season, it's going to be something spectacular, and we really look forward to that, especially with the new car being involved as well.
Oh, we were having fun out there tonight. When me and him were battling up, you were talking about, yeah, that was. Me and him were just doing it just to have fun. We knew we were losing time to the guys in front of us, but we also knew there was going to be another caution, and we figured we'd just go wheel to wheel, and I trust Michael like that, so that was a lot of fun.
Absolutely, and it was a fun race to broadcast. Well, that is going to do it for the race broadcast. We're just going to go straight to our results for tonight. Garrett Maines bringing home the win there. Michael Jeans second, Chase Hudson third, Scott Brinson, yourself bringing home another top 5 and getting ever closer to that championship win in 4th place. Rick Raven getting his second top 5 finish in only his second start here at Top Fuel Racing. He rounds out that top 5. Ronnie Osborne coming home 6th. Tyler Vickery running strong near the end of the race, but faded near the end. He came home in 7th. 8th was Kevin O'Brien, a strong run for the Aussie. He is there. Michael Lawler on his return coming home in 9th place. And Paul Cromroy, despite having that incident near the end with Brian Beard, rounds out the top 10, Tony.
Danny Jones coming home in 11th. 12th going to Robert Dudley. Josh Medlock coming home in 13th. James McDavid, the last car on the lead lap, in 14th. Bob Lacavara having a rough night, going 2 laps down, finishing 15th. He's joined 2 laps down with Ernie Ludwig and Matt Burkhart. 18th going to Brian Beard. Tony Rice also finishing 3 laps down. Chris Simard having that small issue coming off of 4 and just blasting the wall, coming home in 20th. Rough night for Chris Walker coming home in 21st. Jason
McSparrow
coming home in 22nd. Brandon Stokes in 3rd. 24th going to Mark Walker. Carl Burke, the last car to actually take the green, coming home in 25th. Keith Mayato did take time in qualifying, but unfortunately had connection issues, not able to.
Yeah,
that is going to do it for us tonight, Sam.
Yeah, absolutely. As that is going to be the end of the broadcast. Before I go to the close show, guys, what are your final thoughts on tonight's race?
I think if anybody actually doesn't have alcohol poisoning right now and you were playing the drinking game, you weren't doing it right.
Yeah, we had a few too many cautions. We released them up there early in the first, I'd say, quarter of the race, the first 40 laps. And, man, I just glad to move on to a road course where we get away from some of these smaller tracks and these mile and a halves. That's basically what it was tonight. And get on to the road course. Then we got Michigan, and then we'll have a week off. So for the 4th of July. So I'm just looking forward to getting through these next couple of races.
Absolutely. Well, that is going to do it here tonight at Motegi. We've got a flight to catch, so we are going to get out of here. So definitely.
And one more thing, Sam, just for the record, the biggest mover of the race was Michael Lawler. He moved up 14 spots from 23rd to 9th.
Well, that. Yeah, we can't.
Painkillers are a hell of a thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can attest to that, and alcohol. But I wasn't taking painkillers and alcohol, I just took alcohol this time. But anyway, that is going to do it here tonight for Top Fuel Racing and both for broadcasting from Motegi. We're going to fly to catch. We're going to go head back to the States. Tomorrow night we're going to have the night off. Somo taking a night off for a week. But Friday we'll be back with Go Fast Racing as they take to Iowa, the short track known as Iowa. Saturday we're off again. Sunday we're off, and then Monday we're back again with the Paskey's Truck Series and the MD sprints on the asphalt. Again, that is going to do it here tonight. My name is Sam Cooper Bennett. Joining me in the booth is Tony Trapasso, and up in the booth with me as well is Scott Brinson, league owner. All that's left to say is keep it clean, keep it green. We will see you Friday night for Go Fast Racing.
What's up, Scotty?
Deuces, everybody.